welcome back. You know, moms, dads, grandmas, and grandpas are expecting their kiddos and their grown children to come home for the holidays. And while the extra quality time is so sweet, it can turn into a rocky road for some families. Here with us this morning is Kim Muench from the Real Life Parent Guide to really walk us through some ways to avoid conflict and maybe maximize family time this holiday season. Welcome, Kim.
Minimize the conflict, maximize the family time.
I love it. That's where we're going to start this morning. So listen, with children, grown folks coming home for the holidays, how can parents really collaborate and make this time meaningful when it comes to traditions and memories?
Well, I think it's best to keep everybody's ages and stages in mind. I have 5 kids, 18 years apart, and so it was always about how can we involve everybody. And you know, I have to say, some of the older kids, like whether you've got younger like nieces and nephews or even they have younger siblings, they like to help out with that holiday stuff, you know, like they like to
be a part of the planning.
Yes. So get everybody involved and, you know, have those traditions, those things that are going to happen every single year, whether it's that Christmas morning brunch dish or whatever, certain things that are predictable. And then every year it's nice to try and do something different as well. Maybe it's an art project, painting ornaments, you know, something that involves everybody and minimizes the screen time.
Got it. And making the most out of that time. I guess what strategies can families use to navigate potential stress and conflicts? Because it happens.
Yes, I think it's important for parents, and I'm sure they know this, but I'm just going to be the reminder, to stick to routines as much as possible. Sleep highly. If you've got a bunch of young kids around, the predictability they need is their sleep structure.
Yeah.
So if you can keep them in that sleep structure, that's important. Plus keeping their temperaments in mind. Sometimes some kids, they don't need to know things too far up front because they might get upset about them. So maybe saving a special event until that morning. Hey, guess what we're doing today? As opposed to telling them 3 weeks ahead of time where you've got to deal with, you know, their excitement and whatnot for 3 weeks. And then there are those kids who don't like change. And you need to give them a little bit more of a heads up. So know your kid's temperament, know what works for them.
That's a good one. Let's talk about respecting boundaries, right, in the household. Because I remember going home from college for the holiday break and my mom would say, I need you home by midnight. And I'm like, well, what does that mean anymore? Yeah, how do we deal with that?
Yeah, I think it's about having open communication, honest communication, parents being upfront, but also keeping in mind that if your kid has come home from college, and I just had 2 of those come home, they've been on their own time schedule. And I know parents get more uptight when kids are in the house. Like, what goes on at college, I don't know, so I can sleep at night when they're, you know, it's understandable, but really sitting down and having a conversation about it and finding a way to work together on it is really important.
Yeah, we didn't have that conversation. It was conflict. It was conflict. Kim, thank you so much for sharing these tips. How can people reach out to you?
Well, they can reach me on my website, which is reallifeparentguide.com.
Perfect. Such a pleasure to have you this morning. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Cleo.
And happy holidays to you as well.